welcome to officially the 1st of July, which is the second half of the year. And this is exciting because it's almost like a fresh start to anyone. If you feel like you haven't achieved what you set out at the start of the year, this is perfect because it's like this officially the second half of the year, another fresh start. And also, you've just done so much work to build on, to carry on through. So, this call here is really we've got quite a few speakers, and it probably will go on for like a bit longer than 30 minutes, but it's recorded if you have to come back later. And I really want you guys to just have your notepad out, like write some notes out, like really just shut all your other browsers off. Don't be on your phone. Put your phone down, put your browsers away. Like just focus in on your business for 30 minutes. The world will stay alive without anything else going on, okay? And I really just say that to empower you to really like when we put our mind to work about what we want and where we want our business to go, and we're really just focusing on this little 30 minutes people speaking, like, and also it gives respect to the people speaking too, is you start to like, you have like these downloads in your brain and you really start to think about your business, where you want it to go, and you're not distracted by someone who's texted you over there or an email that's popped up, all those things. So I'm going to get it started and we're going to kick it off with Michelle, and she's going to share some takeaways from the weekend.
Cool. Hello, everybody. Emily has asked me to speak briefly tonight about how important it is for us to have social events to build our team culture and strengthen our bonds as a team. As you all know, on Saturday, 8 of us got together for a bottomless brunch, and I know Haley and Glenna got their team together as well. And it turned out to be much more than just a fun meal. It was a great way for us to connect and grow as a team. In our busy lives, it can be tough to find time to hang out and make new friends. Adulthood isn't always the easiest time to expand on our social circles, but events like our brunch give us the chance to do just that. We had the opportunity to talk openly about where we are with our businesses, share our dreams, and celebrate each other's success stories. Hearing about everyone's achievement was so motivating and really inspired me to keep pushing forward with my own goals. Network marketing brings a diverse group of women, each with unique backgrounds and experiences, yet we all share a common passion for our bond. The shared interest helps us build connections and friendships that go beyond just work. During our brunch, we didn't just discuss business, we laughed, shared personal stories, and truly connected as friends. So these social occasions are really important. They help us understand each other better, build trust, and create a sense of togetherness that make us a stronger team. When we take the time to bond in a more relaxed way, we come back to our business feeling more connected and motivated to achieve our goals. Being part of a supportive community is incredibly valuable. It reminds us that we're not alone in our journey and that we have a network of amazing women to support us. The sense of belonging is empowering and makes our work even more meaningful. So it's so important that we keep making time for these moments. By doing so, we'll not only strengthen our professional network, but also enrich our personal lives with new friendship and lasting memories. That's it.
I love that. I love the part you said something about coming together in like a low-key fashion. I don't know, something like that, and then going back to your business and feeling like super refreshed. It's so true. It's so true about the power of getting together. I loved you speaking tonight. So going to pass it to our absolute wonder of Haley, who is so good at products. And we've got so many new products that have launched. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Haley, and you can get your little spreadsheet out. I know your PowerPoint out.
Can I just ask, you know how it goes bing bong to let people in? Is that going to be, because I can hear it on my side, is that going to be annoying or?
I think it's just me and you who can hear it. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Try to say that. Go.
I'm just going to share screen, so bear with me. Who's excited for all the products, by the way? No one? Yeah. my kids are about to open the door. Just hang on 2 seconds.
So I think Haley's going to go through the 7-day reset, which has a lot of questions around it. And we've had about 12 new products drop. So I don't think you're going through them all, are you, Haley? But she'll go through the bulk ones. What I'll do is, if Haley is busy with her kids, I'll take it and I'll get Haley to come back soon. So I really wanted to talk about, geez, I have to share my screen. I don't know how to do that. So I really wanted to talk about, oh, Haley, you good to go? Okay, good. You go.
I am just not sure. Can you guys see anything at the moment?
Yeah, now we can.
I just need to make it bigger. Where are we? Can you guys see? Is it like really small for you guys?
I can see 7-day fresh start and then like training created by Haley and then little.
Can you just click the yellow button on the
Um,
left, on the top left?
that one?
Yeah, is
Yeah.
that the, oh no, sorry, other one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so Em's asked me to train on the 7-day fresh start. So this, according to the website, is a reboot, renew, and refresh with the first step to a healthier you. So designed to support seasonal detox, our 7-day fresh start is a combination of plant-based products that provide your body with a clean slate by supporting digestive health for overall vitality. We're going to start off with the morning matcha. So wake up with a unique combination of organic premium grade Japanese matcha, green tea, and MCT oil to feel energized with a smooth, delicious flavor. And how to use the product is add 1 packet to 240 ml of hot or cold water and mix. And they can enjoy up to 2 servings each morning. So 1 upon waking and 1 mid-morning to extend your digestive rest. Next is the protein. So it's the Golden Renewal protein designed with plant-based ingredients that support your body's natural detoxification process through, there's a lot of words that are new to me, so bear with me. Silifos milk thistle, Mariva curcumin, and true broccoli seed extract. How to use this is add 1 packet to 270 ml of cold water and mix well. And there is a pro tip. You can add your preferred non-dairy milk or superfood mix-ins to increase nutrients and fullness. And then lastly in the pack is the biotic stick. So that's our fast melt probiotic. So this features 1 billion CFU of probiotic strain Bacillus subtilis DE111. It helps support digestive health, a healthy microbiome, and aids in healthy immune function and microbial diversity. So how to take is 1 stick pack daily with dinner or after you've had your last meal. And note, our biotic sticks can be used alongside our other gut health products. In doing so, this will just promote gut diversity. And then I'll quickly run through this. So this is what your day would look like. So morning, you would be obviously coming off the evening meal. So you'll be doing like a mini fast through your last meal at night through to when you wake up. So you will be starting with the morning matcha. You'll be making sure to hydrate, increase water intake throughout your 7 days to support your whole body wellness. Continue your supplement routine such as multivitamins or your Green Gut Glow bundle. They suggest to get moving, so take a morning walk or try to get outside and keep your body moving. Break your fast. So so you can have your morning matcha and then you'll be breaking your fast. So that is with the protein. So you can start your eating window by breaking your fast with golden renewal protein. You can mix in superfoods, non-dairy milks or supplements as desired. You don't have to have it straight. And then they suggest to hunt for healthy foods. So throughout your eating window, enjoy healthy snacks and a lunch of lean protein, complex carbohydrates and healthy fats to fuel your body. Again, keeping hydrated. Get moving, so some gentle like light walking, light stretching, quick walk, that sort of thing. And then evening, you can have a whole food dinner. So enjoy a plate of lean protein, complex carbohydrates and healthy fats. And if they need inspiration in the guide, underneath there is some recipes if they are needing help with that. And then lastly, the biotic stick. And that is after you've fed your belly, you're then going to feed your gut. And then rest. Obviously, it's important to rest your digestive tract, but also rest your body. Now, next up, there is a QR code and an email campaign. So if you can see on that box there, there's a little QR code. So when your PCs purchase a 7-day fresh start, it will initiate an email campaign to help your PCs along the way. And then at the end of their 7 days, they'll receive product recommendations for afterwards, such as protein or our mirror placement. There may be a few others. On the live streaming, they did say that there'd be a recommendation of Green Synergy and the OmniGut probiotics, but we don't have those two products at the moment. So I'm not sure what they will replace with the recommendations. But that's quite cool that they do recommend products after finishing the 7 days. And so, yeah, there's also a QR code inside the product box that they can scan and it will take them straight to their 7-day fresh start guide. And it'll have like all the information that they need to get started. And then on the source, so for 7-day fresh start, there is the guide for us. There's the program infographic, a sample day, meet the product sheet, a training video, and then frequently asked questions. So there's everything you guys need to know for additional information. Next up is who to introduce the 7-day fresh start to. So clients who already love fasting, all nutrition clients, anyone post-vacation or holiday, anyone doing a 30 days healthy living, as they could utilize the 7-day fresh start as their prep week. Anyone needing a jump start, but they're not ready to commit to the full 30 days to healthy living. And anyone looking to reboot their energy, renew their natural detoxification system, or anyone wanting overall wellness. And then how to share the 7-day fresh start set. So keep it simple. Learn about your client's specific needs. Make sure you get to know them, especially like, looking on Facebook, like what are they up to? Are they going on holiday? Because you could then recommend that to them when they get back. Open up a 7-day fresh start Facebook group, or if you already have a 30 days healthy living Facebook group, you could share it in there and let PCs know that they can use this set as their prep week. Share your own personal testimony. So facts tell and stories sell. Let your audience know why you have chosen to do this program. Share any apprehensions you may have and take them on that journey with you over the 7 days. And PCs might like to add the 7-day fresh start as a quarterly replenish me order for a quarterly body seasonal detox. And lastly, there is a virtual training on it. So it's by the lovely Michelle. She is a wealth of knowledge. She's amazing. If you jump on the Tuesday tips, she normally runs those and she's incredible. So you can join Arbonne for an all consultant training where they will dive into all your questions about the program, outline the benefits and share how to use it. So this is on Tuesday, the 9th of July. You'll probably have an email already that you can click and purchase a ticket. It is 1 p.m. NZ time. It's online, tickets via Humanitics, and that's the link on the bottom. But you should have an email in your inbox already. And that's it from me.
Love that. I love it. And I love that this is something that goes really well with fasting and resetting your gut. And you're very good at explaining so many products. So I'm going to share my screen. It's all about sharing screens tonight, guys. Oh, that's not it. I'm sharing some stocks. Give me a second. I'm still figuring out my MacBook. Oh. Sorry, I can't actually see. There we go. Okay. I have brought this up because I want to relate how our business is no different to any other business out there. And all businesses will go through highs and lows, but you've got to look at the long-term vision and the long-term growth of your business. So I've pulled this stock share up, and it's over a 12-year period. And this is basically the top, I Googled it. It was the top 30 largest publicly owned companies based in the United States. So these are the 30 biggest companies in the United States, and these are their trends over the last 12 years. So if you actually have to zoom in for like 6 months, you can see that like they're kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down. And if you looked at a 6-month period, you're probably like, oh, well, I haven't really made a lot, like 38,000 over here compared to 6 months later is 39,000. Like it's let's say that's $1,000 growth. You're thinking, oh, I haven't really done a lot. But if you go like over a 5-year period, here they're at 26,000 all the way up to 40,000. And then if you go all the way to like over the lifespan, they've got this graph. They sat down here at like, let's say 10,000, and they're all the way up at near 40,000. So you want to look at this as like your business and treat your business like, just think of your business like a long-term business, not a quick fix. And that trust that the lows, we want to be turning the lows into like a reframe it to think, okay, this low is teaching me something. I need to get excited about it. What am I going to learn? There's something good on the other side of this. Okay. And it means like, it just basically means that our business, like we're going to go and be bigger and grow better and like be a better human. We're going to have a bigger mindset. We're going to have more skills on the other side of the low. Okay. And the only way to get through that low is to keep going through, learn from it, and become more skilled on the other side. So going forward this year, I really want to encourage you to lean into the lows, because we all get super excited when there's a high, we're getting a bonus, we've got a new consultant, we've got a new customers, and we all like, that's always a good feeling. But there will always be moments where, or not always, there will just be moments where maybe you don't have a big month, or maybe you've been moving cities, maybe you have had been tied up with family stuff, like all these things. Doesn't mean it's gonna like your business is gonna stop. We've got these businesses because like the beauty about these businesses is that if you do take a break, no one's gonna like kick you out of Arbonne. It's still going to be there, and it's the consistency over time that will really pay you forward. And I'll get Pearl to talk about that a little bit more about how it's helped her as well. But like, if you think about it, a lot of people can get really like worked up over the ask and like really worried about asking someone and like possibly rejection or what they might say. And let's just break that down. What is the worst that someone can say to you? Cool, I'm not interested. Maybe they'll ghost you. Maybe they won't reply. Maybe they'll tell you it's a pyramid scheme. Or maybe they'll just say no. Like, has anyone died in that situation? Can you put a 1 in the chat? Please tell me no one has. But seriously, not like it's not a big deal. Like, it's actually in our head, and our minds love to keep us safe. And we know that if we stay where we are and not talk to people, like, we're safe. But think about if you reframe your mind when you go into the conversation, be like, I can't, like, think about people you want to work with and really put the energy behind your ask and get excited about asking that person, because we've all just come off a weekend full of fun and laughter and friendships. And think about that next person you're going to ask and think about how they would feel sitting at the table with you over a bottomless brunch or Vegas and Whangamata, having fun, having bubbles, dancing, whatever, and growing a business alongside you. And we really need to like remember that side of it rather than the rejection, because the people rejecting us probably aren't, one, they're not ready, or they're probably not the people we want. Okay. So I'm going to give you an example about, and this actually came up with Michelle talking to me about something this weekend, which like about someone kind of like not supporting her business. And it made me remember back to in my first 6 months about family not being supportive of me. And I had a best friend doing another network marketing company, and I had two sisters buying products through a similar to Arbonne, and they were ordering through my friend, but they weren't telling me. And they knew I was doing this business. They knew that I was a stay-at-home mum. They knew I'd quit my PT business. They knew that I wasn't going back to my personal training business. They knew all about Arbonne, but they were supporting this other friend of mine. And honestly, yes, I had a bit of a cry, didn't like it, but it actually made me, like, anytime that happened, I was like, fuck you, watch me. Like, it literally, that's what I had to turn it into, because I got so furious inside, but I was like, you know what? These are two people. There is an entire universe out there who needs my help. And if it's not these people, that's okay. And then I also had a brother-in-law who was asking a lot about this business too. And when I swear you get scared, yeah, I know, I do get serious. Yeah, and the brother-in-law, he was so interested in it. He was like, because he's into business too, and he was asking me all these questions. And then we made it a time to call. So I called him. I was probably like 7 months pregnant with my second. I was like super hormonal. I was tired. I was in like a bit of a lull in my business. It had dropped down. And he basically gave me like the bluntest, like, F off, no, I'm not interested. And honestly, I was like, okay, cool, but bye. And I just shut the phone down. And I went into the lounge room and just cried. And my husband found me crying. And I think he knew I was crying because I said, I just had to make this phone call, then I'll come to bed or go have a shower, whatever. And he found me crying. He's like, you know what? You always say, like, it's fuel to your fire. Like, you're going to show him, like, you're going to make this work. And honestly, it's so nice having that, like having my husband in my corner, because honestly, he's got me through some of the hardest times. And I'm telling you right now, like, it's those no's that have actually like grown my resilience and fueled me to make this work. Because if I didn't make it work, I just kept having it in my head saying like, oh, like, see, she didn't make it work, or it's just one of those pyramid schemes or whatever. Like, you know, when people say those stuff to you, oh my God, it grinds my gears, because this business works. Okay. That was a little story about how like I have used no's to fuel my fire. And I also just want to be super transparent with my business with you guys right now as well. And we are a region. So region's basically the third level out of fourth level of management. And we've just gone down into title maintenance, which basically means like I've still got the region as my title, but I'm paid as an area. And I really wanted to tell you about this because I used to be so bothered about this when I was new, and I didn't think, like, it wasn't super transparent with people in the business telling you about like how they might promote and then like drop out. We haven't fully dropped out. We're just like kind of in that, there's a 9-month period where you can re-promote back into it. So we've just dropped out of it. But what I'm trying to say is that I want to be super transparent with this team and know that, like, if you are going through a low, like, it's okay, and it's actually teaching you something, and it's so normal, and you will grow through it. And when you get past that and you go up again, that new high, that high when you go back the second time will become your new normal. Okay, so I want to use an example as when I first went to area manager. That was 5 months into my business. I shot right up there. Then about 10 months later, I dropped out. I basically re-promoted straight away. And that second time I re-promoted to area, I've never not maintained area. I always do more than what I need for area, which is 10,000 or more. So that's what I mean by saying if you have a low and you need to re-promote, you'll probably come back stronger and like build stronger foundations to come back and hold it. And I also want to say that title doesn't necessarily mean you're any better or worse as a person. And it doesn't necessarily mean that your pay will be better or worse than that title. For example, in May, I had my biggest paycheck ever with Arbonne, and we finished on around 25,000, and 40,000 is your region maintenance. So this business, just because you've got a title, doesn't mean that you can't out earn people doing different numbers, because it is really dependent how you build your business. So I just want to say that where I'm going with this, there is a point. Sometimes I always go off track. Let's face it, I always go off track. I wanted to talk about the community with this region. Okay, so our group chat, it's a really safe place for you to ask questions, lean on your sidelines, and also build a community of like really friendships, but also a community where your opinions validated, like it's a place where you can share your thoughts or your concerns or maybe even your frustrations, because the outside world, they don't know, usually they don't know what Arbonne is. They don't really understand the industry. They probably haven't run a business before. They probably aren't supportive. So your direct network outside of Arbonne probably don't really understand what you are doing or what you're going through. So when you are like maybe having a bit of struggle, like actually use that Vibe Nation chat and just, be like, I'm stuck on ideas today, or, I really want to send some messages, direct me in a good direction. You can also message your upline, but just know that that is a safe place for you, because your concerns are probably that someone else is probably too shy to ask as well. Or someone might have been like, oh, yeah, I was thinking of that, but I, forgot to, I'm busy with work and full-time and kids and whatever, and it'll help each other. Okay. So before I hand it over to Glenna, I just want you to know that you need to be the one with the confidence about where you're going with this business. Okay, you need to know, you need to be unshakable. You need to trust the process. You need to trust the journey. You need to trust your gut, and you need to just lead with confidence that you 1,000,000,000% know that you are going to make this work no matter what. Okay. So that's it from me today. I am going to pass it over to Glenna, who apparently has some very good word of wisdom and an incentive or something like that coming up. So there you go.
Yo, yo. If you need to turn your sound down, do it now. You know the drill. I like to scream at you. So I'm going to run through a little bit of my journey first, and then I'll get into what I have in store for you guys. So basically, I originally, if you don't know, joined this business because of the results I had with the Green Gut Glow. And also I wanted a little bit of extra cash and to basically share with anyone and everyone my results and how amazing that product worked for me. And if I could earn from it, why the heck not? What I actually gained from this business is so much more. As Emily touched on, the community, the personal development, and just the friends and family that I didn't know that I actually needed. I jumped into Arbonne, and I, as Emily sort of touched on earlier too, had a toxic relationship at the time where he told me basically, oh, you're going to fail at this, you're never going to achieve anything. So what did I do? Say bye boy to that and let myself go further and further to the top that I could. I basically flew to area in the scheme of things. And DM felt like it just sort of came and went for me. There was so much momentum with the team, and the drive was so high. We were aiming for region with them, and so me and my team just literally skyrocketed. My fingers worked until they bled. But then when the team hit RVP and the momentum died down, my Arbonne world as I knew it went dead silent. The silence was deafening. It really and truly tried to break me down. I'd gone so hard, I'd pushed my team to the limit, and I'd essentially burnt us all out. It was like a come down from an amazing holiday. The silence was literally deafening to me. I felt so lost with what I was doing and questioning things like, what have I done wrong? Is there something wrong with my leadership? Why can't I motivate myself, let alone anybody else? All the excuses started to fly at me, and everything just seemed to be fizzling out. I started to get in my own head to where I was the person before Arbonne that told myself it was a pyramid scheme, it was a load of this, it was a load of that. Here I am, I'm not worthy of this, and I'm never going to make it. God, I'm shaking. There was two things I hadn't done right here. And that was I hadn't made myself duplicatable, and I hadn't shown my girls what was possible. A quote from the training over the weekend really hit home to me, and that was, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. This could not be more true when it comes to leveling up in this amazing business. It can set a fire in you to chase those numbers and to chase that bonus and to chase that high. But my main advice to you here is to ask yourself these 5 sort of questions / statements. Can you actually hit brick alone? And when I say brick, that's 2,500 QV. Are you giving regularly your IC bonus, or if you're a district manager, your DM bonus, are you hitting that monthly? Do you have 2 ICs under you who have each brought on another 2 ICs who you can then teach to do the same? Number 4, can you commit to a 90-day run? This is a solid run of business where you work every single day for yourself, for your team, and for your customers. Number 5, what is your reason? And this is the most important one. Does this reason set you on fire? Does this reason make you cry? Are you finding excuses not to work your business at all? Or are you all in? Because if this reason gives you that fire, if this reason can make you cry in the aspect of like, it literally makes you emotional, it drives you, it gives you the passion. I sat down and wrote this down today and cried my eyes out because I realized when I started this business, my reason was not really a reason to drive me. I chased a number, I chased a title, and I'm now in the position where I'm about to lose my area title. Like him, I was extremely embarrassed to even be able to share this tonight, and I personally was not going to comment on losing my area. But there was something from training over the weekend, a quote that said, "A title is not your worth." You are worthy just the way you are. I am worthy just the way I am. So yes, I may lose area. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be this month. It might not be next month. But I can gain it back. And the comeback is where the lesson lies. I will come back with so many lessons learnt. I want to create a duplicatable, I struggle with that one, and sustainable team that are business builders, and so I can take my whole team to the top with me. Because although I want to be Glenna McGougan, National Vice President of Arbonne, I want every single one that joins my team with me to have a goal of that too. Crossing the stage in Vegas with your team, imagine 20 to 30 girls, women or men, alongside you. How explosive is that? There's no I in team, and I don't want to do this business alone because that is not what it is about. Do it to help others. Show them their worth, just like you have learnt yours. If you haven't learnt yours, something's coming. So my parting words tonight are aim for the 2,500 QV and aim for it on your own. Because when you hit that, that's the building block in this business, and it will help you learn what's sustainable, where the growth starts, and how you can push yourself so much further. Once you can do that, you can then show others to do the same, building a really solid team. Think of it not as making a number, but of helping X amount of people to change their lives with these incredible B Corp certified clean vegan products. Simply switch what they're currently using for an Arbonne product and watch their lives change like ours. Now, my little treat for everyone on the Zoom live tonight is a little coaching call with me to work out your worth and help show you and guide you to who you can be and how to basically show you you are worthy of frickin' anything. Much love.
Thank you. Sorry, it took a while to say that. Thank you so much. I love your energy when you speak as well. So many good points to touch on, and that 2,500, if you haven't heard of that, is so important. Even better, popping people on Replenish Me. Replenish Me is just insane to have for your customers. We're going to finish with the amazing Pearl, who has her 1-year-old on her hip tonight.
I tell you, this child, if I had unmuted it before, you would have laughed at me. He just screams bloody murder at the moment. He's just been a real little, treat at bedtime. But I want to talk about goal setting, guys, because goal setting is so paramount to our business. And without a goal, he's going to have to ignore his voice and hopefully you can hear me. Without a goal, you've just got to wish, right? And there is no plan, no way to accomplish it. And the goal just becomes relevant. And it's statistically proven that 80% of the time, without a goal and a strategy, 80% of people will never achieve it. Sorry, guys. And the goal really needs to be achievable, but it needs to be big enough that it stretches you out of your comfort zone and into a place where real leaders are born. So what I want you all to do at the moment, guys, is write down your goal. And I want you to all think about that from the end game backwards, okay? So say, for example, if MVP is your end goal, then break that down. And I'm going to get a bit number freaky with you and give you a bit of statistics on sort of how that can work or how that can look, right? But 76 consultants hitting brick, and like Glenna said, hitting brick is just something that needs to be a staple in your business. That's sort of what you want to be focusing on every month in your personal business of what you're bringing in. So that's 2,500 QV. So with 76 consultants hitting brick, just their 2,500, doing that consecutively over 2 months, you're an MVP. Like when you break it down, it can actually be that simple. And obviously you've got business builders and there's plenty of people doing that. Then as the next level below that, so with 19 consultants hitting brick of the 2,500 over 2 months, you'll be an MVP. Now 5 consultants hitting brick with their 2,500 over 2 consecutive months, you're an area. And then with 3 consultants hitting brick over 2 months, you are a district manager. Okay, so just keep that in mind because it just simplifies it in a sense where you're working to, the end goal's there, but you've got those numbers that you can look at with each level. So wherever you're at, think of the next step in this and where you're going to go with that this month. So write that down. Oh, you little manas, he just bit me, sorry. Now, it might be going district qual, it might be going to complete district this month, it might be hitting your bonus, whatever that is, I want you to write that down. And then I want to break that down for you again. So with that, breaking it down, how many new ICs are you going to bring into this business and new PCs with an average of 180 QV? Now, that's just sort of like a stock standard. If somebody was to start with the Green Gut Glow, whether they come in as a consultant or a preferred client, it just sort of gives you a really easy guide. Obviously, some people are going to start with 30 days. Some people are going to start with whatever it is. That's just a bonus. So if you're going into those with new PCs and ICs, you're going to be helping them obviously come in and find their 3 new ICs and PCs as well. So for example, breaking that down, if my goal was to hit district this month, and what I would be looking for, right, is 2 new PCs, 2 new ICs with 180 QV, and then I'm going to help them this month get 1,000 PQV so that they can get into qual and really start to see the benefits of this business, and 5 new PCs with 180 QV. Okay, so that brings in 3,260 QV. So this just gives you a really easy idea of where you're going and what that actually looks like to focus on this month. And then the next month, because you're in IC, you're going to roll through and you're going to be doing the same thing again, and you're going to complete district, and you're going to probably hit your bonus because you've got that momentum that you've created from that first month. And momentum is big when you start to implement those steps of having your goal, having that plan in front of you, that'll just grow and get bigger for the next month. So breaking that down again, a district, 33 Green Gut Glows. Okay, if you sold 33 Green Gut Glows within your business over that month, you're a district, or over 2 months, or 10 30-day programs and 12 Green Gut Glows. And when you've got a few people, when you bring in ICs, you've got more people obviously focusing on that as well. So that breaks it down again. And a great goal alongside that, guys, is to make sure that I always say income producing activity is paramount. That wants to be the first thing that you want to be doing, which is the talking to people and sharing this business, sharing these products with people. But also another great one is to focus on, right, what is it going to be that you haven't been doing? And it could be you're fresh on social media and you're going to start, right, I'm going to do 1 new reel every day. That's going to be another focus of mine, that I'm going to start to share who I am on social media and find my place in that, and have 3 new connections each day via social media. So whether that's people you don't know, but you're starting to, you're commenting, or you're sending a message just to create a conversation, that sort of thing. But that'll all sort of create that momentum that'll build on each month and each day. And I just wanted to touch on, because I've thought about it so much. This year has been my first year having a 6-figure income from Arbonne, right? And this has not been something that I really thought about when I first started this business. And this is why it sort of really pushed me into thinking this. When I started this business, it was much like Glenna said, to have some extra cash. It was to bring in a couple of $100 a week that would make a huge difference to my life. And now 7 years later, I've done my first year of having a 6-figure income from my Arbonne business, which is blooming phenomenal. This is something that there are so many people out there just like me. I mean, this is my 4th child. I have 3 others in there. They are thankfully going to bed and being quiet. And this has just enabled my life to have space and time and flexibility and all those good things, and also be able to have fun with my kids along the way. Because some of us can be in a place where you've got the time. If you don't have finance, it's pretty blooming boring, let me assure you. And if you've got the finance and you've got no time, you're so restricted either way. So this is something that we have on offer to so many people, and it's sometimes about grasping how to share that with other people, how we talk about it, the way we show up to our business, the way we speak about the products, the way we treat ourselves with our health, with our everything. People are always watching, and they're always looking at that, and people are waiting for them to see the change in you that they're looking for. And so they're going to be looking for that. I mean, if I can create a 6-figure income, guys, any of you can. And I've got 4 kids. So I'm always like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And it's just about showing up and being consistent with what you do. I did a reel today where I was obviously I've had this moment to reflect a lot on it. But at the start of this business, just like Em said at the start, man, so I was like, got into the business and I was like, oh, well, great, I've got a really big family. They'll all support me. None of them supported me. My sister silently supported me. My mum did. But otherwise it was like ghost town, man. All of my family that I talk to all the time would be like literally ghost, no reply. And then they'd reply to all these other things, or if I said anything else. So don't let that shake you. Along the way, a lot of them have supported me, but it took like, I think it was about 3 years in before any of them actually decided to buy off me. And still plenty of them don't. But don't let that take you out of the game. I had so many people when I first started telling me that this was absolutely so silly. I shouldn't be doing this. What am I doing? I should be focusing on getting a new career or doing something like that was going to set me up with the kids. And I didn't listen to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to be really mindful about the opinions that you are listening to and the people that are sharing those opinions with you. Because imagine if I had listened to all those opinions and not started. Because there's no way I could be earning what I earn, especially not with the amount of time that I put into my business. Like, I don't know many people that are not in a network marketing business that can work 10 hours and earn what I earn. Do you know what I mean? So let that encourage you. You guys are amazing. This is the first day of the second half of the year. It's going to be a phenomenal year. I absolutely, after 7 product drops, like mid-year product drops, this has hands down been the best product range, where they are all products. They're not just random treaty products. They're all products we all use, we all love, that are just going to be a phenomenal extra to our business. So you guys are amazing. I love you all. It's been so cool seeing some of you the other day. It's good. Yep. Pass you back, Em.
Thank you so much. Honestly, what a lineup tonight. Who is pumped? Who is pumped? Who is pumped? Man, I am definitely pumped. This is going to be recorded if you want to break down those numbers, but I think a really big goal to take away from this as well is think about your end goal, focus on your daily actions and hitting brick. Your 2,500, make that your non-negotiable on Replenish Me. Over and out, guys. Have an amazing night.